everybody, and welcome back to another edition of From the Coach's Seat. I'm Coach Greg Atkinson. Tonight, we're going to talk about how you get from where you are to where you want to be. From where you are today to your hopes and dreams. For most high school athletes, that means they get to the collegiate level or even possibly to the professional ranks. But this actually is going to apply to anyone in any career and how they get there. When we go on vacation, we all map out a route or a direction in which we take to get to where we're going. Shouldn't the same be true for your hopes and your dreams? So I like to say we take I-7. What's I-7? Well, it's the 7 characteristics that you can work on every single day to get closer to your hopes and dreams. Now, there's a lot more than just 7 things you can work on to get closer to your hopes and dreams, but these particular 7 are absolutely going to get you closer to where you want to be, no matter what profession you're in. The first one of those for I-7 is the physical attributes. The things that you do on a day-to-day basis in your activity, your field, your craft. For baseball players, it's taking ground balls. It's keeping your bat in the zone long enough to make contact with the ball. It's fielding fly balls, whatever the case may be. We work on these every single day so that it becomes muscle memory, that our body does it without even thinking about it. For an artist, it may be a brush stroke. For construction workers, it may be how they put in a rivet or hammer in a nail. But it's what you do every single day in your craft that you need to work on the physical attributes of, and to make sure that your body is prepared to do whatever you're asking it to do. That's the first thing. The second step is the mental side of the game, or the mental part of your activity. For baseball players, it's not thinking negatively. It's always being positive. Our brains don't pick up preparatory commands. So if I say to myself, don't overthrow this, my body's not going to pick that up. My arm is going to say, oh, you want me to overthrow it? And now I'm going to overthrow first base and I'm going to make an error. I've got to think positive the whole time. I've got to say, scoop this up, make a good throw to the chest, boom, and it happens. That's what we have to do. So mentally, we have to prepare ourselves for that game. We've got to prepare ourselves for a long, grueling 2 or 3 hour game. So that means we've got to stay engaged every aspect. If I start to daydream or drift off, I've got to tell myself, nope, I'm focused. We don't get to take a pitch off. Preparing for the mental side of the game is extremely important in every field, in every craft. So make sure you work on that in whatever your field is. The third is the emotional control. Now, for baseball, it may be that we don't get a good call from an umpire, or maybe we give up a hit to a guy we shouldn't give up a hit to. A lot of times that raw emotion starts to come out. We've all seen it on SportsCenter, or maybe we've seen it in life action, but we all have that raw emotion inside of us. To be a successful baseball player, we've got to be able to control those emotions. We've got to be able to harness that and use it to do our activity or our craft. If we let the emotions get the best of us, we lose control. And the second we lose control, we're out of the game. If my pitchers can't seem to stay on an even keel, they're going to try to overthrow the ball. Now they're going to miss, up, down, in, out, whatever the case may be. So I've got to be able to control that emotion so I can perform at my highest level. No matter your field or activity, you've got to be able to control your emotions to get closer to your hopes and dreams. Relationships. We've got to work on our relationships every single day. In baseball, we have to work with our teammates and our coaches and build those relationships like never before, but it also means we have to build our relationships with our parents and our teachers and people of authority. We've got to make sure, because we represent an entire community, that we build those relationships that help our program continue forward. Not just as a coach, but as the players too. The players have to have a good rapport with their teachers and their classmates. They've got to be able to represent themselves on a high basis. That way when recruiters come and talk to the people around them, they see that they have good relationships. Our relationships are vital to everything that we do. Nobody makes it to their hopes and dreams alone. They have people around them. So work on those relationships. Adjustments to adversity. Every craft has an adversity. Every time we're in the batter's box, we may get behind an account, or we may have a situation come up where a guy's throwing a pitch we weren't ready for. We've got to be able to adjust to that. We've got to be able to figure out a way to do our task and our job. So we have to be able to adjust to adversity. In any craft, in any field, you've got to be able to do that. You've got to be able to handle a situation that you weren't ready for and adjust to whatever's coming at you. Knowledge. This is another big attribute of I-7. You need to have the most knowledge you can possibly have in your field. Read a book, read articles, go looking for things you don't know. If you don't know what you don't know, ask somebody. Say, what do I need to know to be the best in this area? You need as much knowledge as you can get, and not just in your field, but general knowledge. Have a lot of general information, because it may play a factor down the line in you being the best in your field. The last step in I-7 is effort. We need to work on our effort every single day. We can always give more. We can always go harder. We can always study longer. We can always work faster or harder or stronger. It all comes down to effort. If we work on these 7 attributes, the physical, the mental, the emotional, the relationships, the adjustments to adversity, the knowledge, and of course the effort, if we work on those 7 things every single day, we're going to get to our hopes and dreams. We're going to push past any of our former expectations, and we're going to get to where we want to go in life. Now, we go more in depth into this with our program. Hopefully you'll dive more into this. If you have any questions on it, of course you can always email me. It's coacha14@hotmail.com, coacha14@hotmail.com. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Coach Atkinson. You can follow me on Facebook, Skipper Atkinson, and Instagram and Snapchat, both are Coach Atkinson14. By all means, reach out to me, say hello. If you have questions, ask. And until next time, this is The View from the Coach's Seat.